Welcome back to Fate Stay Night, the visual novel read through, let's play in heavy quotations thing that we're doing. I really don't know. Okay, so this is episode three. I'm recording episode three, and I might do episode four before I even start posting any of these. But I don't know if I want to call this a let's play or like a let's read, because again, 70 minutes in, have done very little playing so far. But granted, that could also just putting it as like let's read could also just be like what I title any visual novel esque series that I do. Um, but I don't know. But yeah, welcome back. Last episode, we went through school, learned that Reen is all like, "Man, I can't have friends because if they find out my secrets, I'm gonna have to kill them." Typical teenage girl stuff. And I think that's kind of it. That's really all. We went through school. We saw the main Shiro Emiya, though. We saw him. Uh, Second best boy Kirei also called us. But I think that's it. Now we're finally actually getting to the part where the servants are going to finally start getting introduced. Late at night, the clock is about to strike two. This is the best time frame for my magical energy. The peak of my magical energy is exactly at 2 in the morning. Why? Since this will be my first and last chance, I can't afford any mistakes. Withdrawal within elimination. Engrave 4 areas and surround the summoning circle right. No, also I feel like I should mention, uh, because I'm using a new microphone and a new audio interface. I feel like did I explain this in the last? I don't remember. I'll just say it really quick. Because yeah, I have a new microphone and audio interface. The audio interface doesn't allow desktop audio to be heard when I'm doing this stuff, which makes me really sad, and I want to figure out how to fix that. So I can't hear any music that's going on, or any of the voices, which makes me sad because I specifically patched it to have the voices in it. So that's fun. I engraved the circle onto the floor of the basement. You don't need a large-scale summoning to summon the servant. Servants are called forth by the Holy Grail. As the Master's priority is to keep the servant in this world and supply them with enough magical energy to substantiate, the Holy Grail takes care of the summoning. Wom, 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 wom. At least that's, I assume, what it's doing. Bear and silver and iron. Stone for foundation in the Grand Duke of Contracts. My great master Shevnorg for the ancestor. A wall for the descending winds. The 4 gates shall close and come out of the crown. Let the three-forked road to the kingdom cycle. Also, the mic is literally right in front of my face because it kind of has to be for me to pick up my audio, which makes it really hard to read the thing directly in front of my face. So that's fun. I shall continue with the greatest concentration. I draw the magic circle, normally written in blood with my melted jewels. I'm using half the jewels I saved up, so I can't fail for financial reasons too. Enclose, 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 enclose. 5 times for each repetition. Just destroy the enclosed time. It's almost 2 in the morning. Completing the magic circle passed down through the Tosaka family, I face it with all my power. Anfeng! Anfeng! I flip the formless switch inside me. I feel a sensation as if the contents of my body are being exchanged. The usual nerves invert into circuits transmitting magical energy. From this point, Tosaka Rin is not human. I shall become a part of a tool to attain mystic power. I am melting from my fingertips. No, I am being filled from my fingertips. The mana I am taking in is so concentrated that the original sense of my bodies are being repainted. So, being filled is the same as being destroyed. The power that fills me is pure magical energy from the air. It is absorbed by my body, which has become a circuit and transformed into a different form of magical energy. The body of a Magus is nothing more than a circuit to connect the spiritual and the real. We call the result of this the many mystic occurrences has made real magic. That was horribly read. My body is burning hot. An illusion of myself growing horns. An illusion of wings growing out of my back. Whoa, what the freak is this? An illusion of scales forming on my hands. Is she turning into like a dragon? The sensation of being in water. I start to sweat. Stab, stab, swords are driven into my body. See, that makes more sense. This is the pain caused by my human body, projecting itself as a magic circuit. No matter no matter how great a magus, you are a human. Oh, no matter how great a magus you are, a human is human. This pain will result as long as people use magic in a human body. Well, that's garbage, but I do not loosen my circulation. At the end of this pain, on the verge of elimination, lies the place of connection. A pain running through my left arm. The magic crest starts up on its own to help me, and as a result, violates my nerves even more. I don't like the term violates my nerves. The harvested mana in my blood. If that is burning iron, then the magic crest itself is like a nerve made of thorns. It runs through my body like a centipede with fangs. Man, dude, Sakura knows what that's all about. I lose myself within that pain. Also, I feel like when I said I wasn't going to spoil too much, I feel like I can give like vague spoilers like that. It's fine. And at the same time, I feel that I have reached my goal. My overly sensitive hearing keeps recognizing the sound of the clock in the living room. 10 more seconds until 2 in the morning. The power within me is perfect and flawless. I announce, let's start. I take the mana I have absorbed and turn it into fixed magical energy, and now I have only to empty out the mana within me to move the engine called the summoning circle. I announce, the body shall be under my command, my fate shall be determined by thy sword. Follow the call of the Holy Grail. If thou wouldst obey this mind and this reason, then answer my call. My vision closes. The fifth element said to be unperceivable by human eyes is before me. So, in fear of being broken by it, vision shuts itself down. Make an oath here. I am one who shall become the virtue of all afterworld. I am one who shall lay out the evil of all afterworld. Thou art 7 heavens clad in the 3 great words. Emerge from the ring of control, guardian of balance. Perfect. It's so perfect. I feel like I'm tugging on a whale with a fishing rod. Perfect. I've drawn the strongest card for sure. Jeez, I can't wait for my vision to return. My vision should recover in a matter of seconds, and there will be a summoned servant right in front of me. Nice. That's a pretty sexy. Sometimes I feel like I would like my mouse to be on screen, but I know that bugs some people. I'm circling the rock in the middle of the screen. Huh? Nothing is nothing. There is no change. I've raged out that much either, and nothing has formed. Ether, and nothing has formed. And on top of that, I hear an explosion from the living room. Why? I run. I keep running without thinking. I run up the basement stairs and into the living room. The door's broken. The living room door is crooked. There's no point in turning the handle. The door doesn't open even as I push and pull it. Jeez, you're in my way. With a crash, I kick through the door into the living room. And the instant I walk into the living room, I understand everything. Ooh, it's the boy. Look at him in all his splendor. Dude, look at those abs, boy. Ooh, ooh. The living room is in a big mess. It's full of rubble that must have fallen from the ceiling, and there's one man sitting on it cockily. Without a doubt, that is the cause of this mess. But there's one thing more important than that. The wall clock is still ticking away time, having escaped destruction. That reminds me. Yes, that's right. Come to think of it, every clock in my house was an hour early today for some reason. In other words, it's 1 in the morning right now. That's actually 1 more hour till my magical energy is at its peak. I did it again. I can do most things just like everyone else, but I have one hereditary curse. That is, to make the biggest mistakes at the most important times. Girl, I relate. Well, what's done is done. I should reflect on my actions. I am mad at my own stupidity. Still irritated, I glare at the man sitting there, like he's important. So, what are you? Those are your first words? I guess I've been called to a terrible master. I had to sit there and reread it and be like, wait, who's speaking this line? The red man gives an exaggerated shrug. Maybe I'm the most unlucky of all, he adds. I do declare. I do declare. This guy has a twisted personality. But this would be the servant. Since I called it a familiar, I thought it was something shapeless, but this is a human. But this is a human-like. No, that's wrong. Just standing here, I can tell that this thing has outrageous amounts of magical energy. Don't be fooled by its appearance. This is certainly an existence far beyond a human. A ghost that has reached the level of spirits as a human. I can't be overwhelmed forever. That thing is mine. So I'll have to change my thinking from now on. Just to check, but you are my servant, right? That's what I'd like to ask. Are you my master? This is the first time I've been summoned so roughly. So to be honest, I still can't grasp the situation. This is the first time for me as well. I'll have to refuse that kind of question. I see, but when I was summoned, you were not in front of me. Explain to me what's going on. Really? Don't joke around and tell me you're like a newborn chick who can only determine your master when you open your eyes. The unknown servant frowns. It's a rather vague response, and I can't tell if he's angry at my complaint or impressed at how correct I am. See, another thing we have in common is that we're both right all the time. Well, anyway, what I'm asking is, you're my servant and not anyone else's, right? Until we clarify this, I have no obligations to answer any other questions. That's what you say after failing your summoning. In this case, I think there are other things you should say. There's nothing else. We have to clearly determine who's the master first. The servant raises his brow. Perhaps because it was an imperfect summoning, this guy isn't even trying to hide his dissatisfaction with me. So we have to define who's master, huh? Your actions are full of mistakes, but it seems your mouth is rather better. Oh Lord, he's coming on to her already. Yes, I certainly agree with that opinion. Unless we make it clear who is the stronger and who the weaker is, it'll be hard to handle each other. The servant looks at me meaningfully as he lays on the rubble. Who's the weaker? Yeah, I am a servant, so I'll accept this master-servant relationship. But that's only according to the contract, right? Who's superior, and if the other is worthy to fight alongside with, that's a different story. Well, are you Magus worthy to be my master, young lady? The servant grins. He smashes my house, and that attitude like he's a king makes me angry enough, but now he's asking if I'm worthy to be a master? I'm not asking for your opinions. All I'm asking is if you are my servant or not. I glare at him. I will not lose to someone who looks down on me this frankly. I see. So you're saying such an obvious question isn't even worth answering. How courageous. Your spirit is that of a splendid master, but... I said, don't get the order wrong. It's my duty of the summoner to confirm first. It's the duty of the summoner to confirm first. Now answer me. You are my servant, right? I step forward, ready to attack depending on his answer. Geez, you are a stubborn young lady. We're not getting anywhere this way. I guess it can't be helped. Let's say I am your servant. In this case, would you be my master, just hypothetically? Holy crap, this is the most... Why is this a conversation? Of course. If you're my servant summoned by me, who else would be your master? I somehow cool my boiling head and glare at this rude guy. Oh, I see. Well, let's suppose that's true. Then where's the proof that you are my master? The servant talks nonsense, grinning. He must think I'll panic about the proof of master thing. Here, this is proof that I'm your master, right? I show him the command spell in the back of my hand. Don't think I don't know anything. My father talked a lot about masters, so I know about the command spell. Are you satisfied? Are you still going to complain? I thrust before him the proof that I'm a master. The servant in the rubble looks confused. Then, man, are you serious, young lady? His face clouds with discontent. What do you mean? Am I serious? I mean that way of thinking. So you're a master if you have a command spell. A command spell is only a tool that governs the servant. Jeez, you act like a master just because of that? What I wanted to see was, are you worthy for me to pledge my loyalty to? That's true, but you normally think of a command spell when talking about proof that one's a master. So what? I'm not fit to be a master then? I'd like that, but no go. Since you have the command spell, it seems you are my summoner. It's unbelievable, it seems you really are my master. He gives an exaggerated shrug of his shoulders. This is bad. My boiling point is so low, it seems I won't be able to cool down in time. I'm not happy, but I'll accept it. You are my master for now. But I have conditions as well. From now on, I'll ignore your opinions. I will decide how to fight, and you will follow my plans. This is the best I'll compromise on. You don't mind that, right, young lady? I think this is it, father. I'm almost at my limit. I see. You accept unhappily. But what do you mean about ignoring my opinions? Oh wait, this is her. You're my servant, right? I ask him in a trembling voice just in case. There's the issue of the command spell too, so this is my last warning, the biggest compromise I can make. And to that, yeah, in name only, so formally I'll obey you, but I'm the one doing the fighting. You can hide in the basement here and stay there until the Grail War ends. That way, even an inexperienced person like you should make it out alive. He tells me he has no hope for me with eyes full of disdain. Are you angry? No, I'll respect your position, of course. I am called to help my master win, after all. My victory is yours, and I shall give you everything that I earn in this fight. You shouldn't have any complaints about that, right? You wouldn't be able to use that command spell anyway. Well, you can leave the rest to me. You just worry about your own safety. I'm pissed. Fine, if you say that, I'll use it. And Feng, there's no holding back now. I have no sympathy for a twisted guy like him. What? You're not... Exactly what are you thinking? Exactly what you're thinking, you rude scum. Vertrag in your nagel in US gestes in... stuff. I announced the command spell. By the order of the Holy Grail, give the law of obedience to this one, my servant. You idiot. Wait, are you insane, Master? Who would use the command spell for something like this? Shut up. Look, you're my servant. You have to obey every single one of my orders, okay? Well... The symbol on my right hand throbs. The 3 command spells. The essence of the Holy Grail War. The three claims to the servant's unconditional obedience is now used. Are you not even thinking? Using the command spell for such a general thing. It's too late now. First of all, I wasn't expecting this either. I hate myself so much that I want to die. To go ahead and use the important command spell for something like this? So, leaving the ruined living room behind, we move to my room. In front of me is the servant who should be absolutely obedient for my command spell. He's there, but... I see. I understand your personality now, Master. How exactly is this absolutely obedient? Just to make sure, do you understand how important the command spell is, Master? I know it's the right to give your servant 3 orders, right? What about it? Jeez, look. The command spell forces the servant to act according to an order. It doesn't merely stop their actions, it strengthens their actions as well. For example, I can't instantly teleport to somewhere far away, but if you command me to go using your command spell, then assuming we have enough magical energy, such things become possible. This is what I meant by unconditional obedience. It is the crystallization of a great magic that allows a servant to surpass limits of their own ability, even they can't control. Well, now we only have 2 now. I know that. It's fine, we still have 2, and that order I gave you isn't useless either. Man, this was certainly a miscalculation on my part. The command spells work poorly on broad orders. For broad and long-lasting orders like protect me through this or win this battle, the power of the command spell weakens. The force will last a long time, but since the associated pain is weak, some servants will be able to disobey. In contrast, a single simple order like deliver the next blow with all your power or don't break that glass is absolute, and even the most powerful servants will find it hard to disobey. So I think you can guess what I'd like to say next, Master. I get the idea. So you're saying a long, broad, lasting order is meaningless, right? If the effect is weak, servants can act against it. It's better to make a single absolute order than to give a weak one, right? Right. Basically, the command spell is a way to bring about miracles beyond our abilities. Stupidly using it for orders that can be achieved by other means is unforgivable. The command spell you just used is exactly that. Whether or not I'll obey you is something that we could have solved by discussion. Even with the command spell, something like obey my every order is beyond even 100 command spells. So a command spell like I just used was meaningless? Normally the answer would be yes, but it seems that your abilities as a Magus are on a completely different level. Question mark? Is he happy or unhappy? The servant has a smile on his face. Does he? The servant has a smile on his face as he sighs. On a completely different level? You mean... Hey, you, tell me honestly your condition right now. I have a gut feeling, so I ask him boldly. Yeah, that's what I mean by miscalculation. That command spell should have only changed my attitude to, well, I'll respect Master's opinion slightly. But right now I feel a strong bind from your words. If I disagree with you, let's see. It seems like I drop a rank. In other words, it's like my body feels heavy when I go against your will. The servant shrugs his shoulder as if to say it's a pain. So, that means the command spell wasn't completely meaningless and it worked in my favor. But this guy speaks as sarcastically as always, and it doesn't seem like he's any weaker at all. Though even if he is weakened when going against me, I doubt even 10 of me could take him on. Let me take back what I said before, Master. You are young, but you are an outstanding Magus. It was my mistake to patronize you and try to keep you out of battle. I apologize for my rudeness. He adjusts his stance and bows his head politely. Holy crap, I need water? Oh, I don't have any water. Hang on one sec. Water has been acquired. This has been 22 minutes of just straight reading with very little commentary from my part. I just feel like there hasn't really been anything like to react to. It's just been like, just go, read. All right. Hey, stop it. We argued a lot, but they say both sides are usually at fault at this sort of thing. I see. I'm glad you understand. You changed your tune quickly. Well, it was a miscalculation, but not an unwelcome one. If you're this talented, I have no objections to your involvement in the battle. Huh? He seems to be saying he's found a powerful master, so... So accept me as a master even without the command spell? Of course, I wasn't clear back then as I was just summoned. But we're completely connected now. If you're really a Magus, you should be able to feel a connection from the contract. Contract? Now that he mentions it, my body does feel strange. I don't like that. I didn't like that throbbing of the screen. It feels like the nerves, once closed within me, are now pointing outwards. And on top of that, my body, part of my magical energy is flowing into the man in front of me. I see. Servants are called by the Holy Grail. But what keeps them in this world is... Right. The power of the Master. Servants stay in this world by receiving magical energy from their masters. The magical energy you supply is sufficient. There might be problems with your experience, but your ability is outstanding. Normal Magus would pass out after summoning a servant, but you're still full of energy. The command spell earlier, and this amount of magical energy, you're definitely a first-class master. Heh, praising me now won't do you any good. A bit embarrassed, I avert my gaze. I wasn't really expecting this. I'm forcing him to obey with a command spell, but for a servant, a being superior to humans, to honestly accept that I am his master? So, which servant are you? I collect myself and finally get to the point. You can't tell from my appearance, huh? Ah, excellent. No, I was just mistaken before. This guy is certainly making fun of me. Alright. This is a question from your master. Oh, alright. This is a question from your master. You're not Saber, are you? I'm sorry, but I don't have a sword. As I suspected, this is natural, though I mistook the time the summoning circle didn't work, and I even summoned the servant to the wrong place. I was all too clumsy to call Saber the strongest servant. What a blunder. Using that many jewels and not calling Saber is too appalling to face. Hmm. Well, I'm sorry I'm not Saber. Huh? Oh, well, it was just a big mistake and I regret it, but it's my fault, so... Yeah, Archer isn't too flashy, I know. Alright, I'll make you regret your abuse later on, and I won't accept any apologies when that time comes. Huh? This is unexpected. The unknown servant seems disappointed by my fixation on Saber. What? Did he get on your nerves, Archer? I get it, but keep your eyes open, as I will definitely show you how lucky you are. Archer protests with narrow eyes. The air he carries is offensive, but his behavior seems childlike and pure. You know, he might be a pretty good guy. Alright then. Alright, then be sure to make me regret it later on, Archer. If you do, I'll honestly apologize. Yeah, and don't you forget it, Master. Know how great the one you summoned is, and be grateful. Though even if you do apologize then, I probably won't be satisfied. Archer grins again. Maybe he does have a twisted personality after all. Well, fine. Leaving that aside, which heroic spirit are you? Archer doesn't answer. His sarcastic tone disappears and he frowns seriously. Archer, your master is asking you a question. That's a secret. Huh? I can't answer that question of who I am because... Hold on. If it's for a stupid reason, I'll be pissed. It's... Oh, that face again. Archer must be really troubled as he opens his mouth like he'd rather not say anything. It's because I don't know myself. Wait, what was that? What? Are you making fun of me? I didn't mean to insult you, Master, but this is just what you get for your failed summoning. It seems my memory is confused. I know who I am, but things like my name and origin are a bit vague. Well, they're trivial things to be missing, so we shouldn't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Of course I'm worried about it. If I don't know what heroic spirit you are, I can't tell how strong you are. Oh, that's no problem. It's a trivial matter. Trivial, you say? How can I make a plan when I don't know how strong my partner is? There's no way we can fight like this. What are you saying? I am a servant you summoned. Naturally, I am the strongest. Straightforwardly, the knight in red looks at me with absolute confidence and trust. What? My thoughts freeze. There's no dishonesty in Archer's words. He thinks more highly of my power than I do, even though we've only just met. My face is burning. Geez, I'm definitely blushing. Why am I so weak against unexpected things? Well, fine. It makes no difference that no one will know your true identity. They do say that to fool your enemies, you must fool your allies. I say this to hide my embarrassment looking away from Archer. Well, I can find out later how good a servant he is. For now, I have a higher priority. Alright, I shall not question you about your true identity for now. So Archer, here's your first task. Already? You are aggressive. So who's our enemy? And as he's asking, I throw a dustpan and broom in front of him. Huh? Clean the room downstairs, please. You made that mess, and so be responsible and clean this place up. He stands there blankly for 10 seconds. After recovering his thoughts, he grabs the broom, ready to make an objection. Hold on. Just what do you think a servant is? A familiar, right? He's a bit insolent, so he's difficult to control. Archer swallows his words. I don't intend to take back my words, and I do have a trump card. Objection? I refuse such an Really, this is an order as a master. Doesn't your body feel heavy when you go against your master's wishes? Well, I'm sure it's nothing to you, but the penalty would continue until you clean up the living room. Won't it be dangerous to fight such a condition from tomorrow? He groans for a few seconds, clenching the broom. The servant in the red coat, Archer, closes his eyes in dismay. Understood. Damn you, Master. He acknowledges my request gracefully. Well, it's getting late, so I should rest for tonight. I can decide about how to treat him after I wake up. The day of fate comes to a close. No, this night is the start of fate. There are 6, including myself now. Why did I say 600? Once the last one summons the servant, the 7th one, who is not a master yet, the Holy Grail will commence. It's not far ahead. The battle I waited 10 years for is about to commence. All right, all right. I think, is this gonna, do I need to click? I do need to click, okay. I believe that this will be a good place to end this episode. It's going to be like a few minutes shorter than the other ones, but I think it was a mistake to record these two pretty close back to back. Like there's only like a 30-minute break, so my voice is exhausted. Um, Also, this just seems like a good place to end it. I kind of like would want to end it in like good spots instead of like, oh hey, look, 35 minutes. We're in the middle of a conversation. Time to end the episode. But yeah, with that being said, maybe next time we'll get to Shiro and play as the boy, you know? Because I think all that's left is there shouldn't be too much of this left. I think one more episode, like halfway through, we might be able to get to Shiro. But granted, I was also expecting to be able to get to him potentially by the end of this episode, but that doesn't look to be the case. So yeah, but with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.